Hello, welcome back to my channel. I have a pretty consistent message I'm getting here, and this message is for somebody who is facing some kind of difficult decision. You are being encouraged to, or you've already left a toxic situation. We have Cancer and Gemini out here. That's Chariot energy and the Lovers. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a love relationship. It's some kind of difficult decision that you've had to make or you're contemplating right now. And you feel in your heart that you know what the right thing to do is. And you know it's going to take a lot of strength to get out of a situation. You might feel like you are a lone wolf, but that's somebody who you're a natural born leader. You think for yourself. You question things in certain environments where your inner alarm bells are going off, that you know something isn't right. You kind of rely on that and your intuition to tell you when you need to leave a situation. I think you are committed to your faith and to God, and you've relied on Him to get you out of situations before, and your life has only turned out better because of it. This is somebody who feels like they need to find a different kind of community than the people they've been around before or right now. And in these 7 cards here, Strength comes up 4 times. And the Chariot represents, you also have the Lion energy here too, but the Chariot also gives me like, it takes a lot of strength and independent thinking to kind of forge your own path and not just accept whatever the people around you are telling you to do. Maybe they lack integrity, or it's almost maybe like a cult of some sort where people are brainwashed into thinking the same way. And you can't be brainwashed because you are an independent thinker, and you can step back and think logically, well, just isn't right. Whereas other people just kind of take it and accept it just to kind of blend in. You have your beliefs are rooted in truth. You have this amazing sense of divine wisdom. Wisdom is also here a lot. Integrity, self-control. You have this air of innocence about you that certain people, when they see you, they look at that and think, they confuse it with being naive, like you can be easily manipulated or taken advantage of. But that's not the case here at all. You are so courageous. and persistent. You have a strong connection with your ancestors, and they've helped guide you. When I was first shuffling the cards, these cards fell on the floor. So this could be people from your past. I feel like when you were in this environment, you were creating some kind of spiritual protection for the people around you. But they took credit for it. They're very in their ego. And then as soon as you left, everything kind of went chaotic. 10 of Cups in reverse, 4 of Swords in reverse, and the 5 of Pentacles. So they are like not doing well. They could have lost money. I don't think they realized everything that you were doing for them, whether this was a relationship or a business or a work situation. They're realizing now how much you contributed to their success. Now they're exhausted, maybe because they put a lot of their responsibilities on you, so now they actually have to do their own work. They feel stuck, stressed out. There could be a lot of fighting now. Maybe you brought peace to this situation. You were maybe a peacemaker. You tried to help everybody get along. And now they're all fighting and they're broke and they are stuck and unsuccessful. But I feel like they took you for granted. They kind of treated you like trash when you were there. That's why you felt the need to leave. I don't think they ever thought that you would be strong enough to walk away. Temperance in reverse. Imbalance, excess, extremes, overindulgence, alcoholism, addiction. So they could be trying to numb their pain or their stress by turning to drugs or alcohol. Or, this is earth angel energy. They could be realizing that this is happening because you're gone and your spiritual protection is gone. Knight of Swords. I feel like they could be and the Six of Wands is on the bottom of the deck here with the Seven of Wands. So there's a lot of chaos, conflict, betrayal. I think they're getting karma for everything they put you through and the way they treated you. I think you were a gift to these people, and you bring with you abundance because of the good karma you have around you. You're like a pure soul. You genuinely want what's good for people. And these people you were around just wanted to take advantage of that. And not just that, they wanted to take credit for the success that you brought with you. They feel like they're losing control. Maybe they felt like they needed to control you. They could have really fought to keep you in that environment where they could control your every move, or keep you stagnant. They could be blaming each other for why you left, why you're no longer around. But there was some kind of, they stabbed you in the back in multiple ways. But I feel like this happened, for some of you, this happened a while ago. And whatever you decided to do to get out of this situation has brought you so much success. And people are recognizing the gifts you have as a blessing. Like you're like a good luck charm of some sort. And you've had a victory over this whole situation because you walked away. You didn't try to get revenge. You just tried to stay on your path that you were being called to do. Like there could be actual like data. Like I'm getting this company did some sort of how do I put it? They went back and like looked through old data, and they saw that at the time they didn't realize that you were the reason for this, but then they went back and saw all the little things you were doing that nobody noticed. And that created a ripple effect. I'm getting like if you work in some sort of customer service position or like food service, you had like a special relationship with the customers. And so those people, you know, you had regulars and they wanted to keep coming back for you. And that helped the business grow. But they didn't really see that at the time, but they're looking back now and realizing that you were the reason for that success. You have a huge heart. You're like really warm, you're good with people, and you genuinely want to just make others happy, and people can see that. Yeah, there's a lot of fighting going on. I think maybe like it's the higher ups that are seeing this data, whereas the people like your coworkers that worked with you knew that this was going on, that you were getting regulars or something like that. The people close to you could clearly see that, like your heart, that you were helping people, and they were jealous of that. They were jealous that you were getting customers that they weren't, or something like that, whatever, however it fits in your situation. So they could have tried to like sabotage your reputation to try to bring you down, so they didn't, like, it could have triggered their ego. And they're very competitive. Like, even now that you've left, they just keep fighting with each other. Marrying for money. So these are very like shallow people who they were jealous of, maybe you were getting extra tips or extra business. They were jealous of the some kind of extra income you were getting, comparing themselves to you. And they wanted to take away your success. Yep. Exactly. So now they're getting bad karma in the form of financial ruin for trying to sabotage your financial success. And this is because you were able to just walk away. You left it up to God to deal with these people, but the energy around you, every time you went to work or you were around this person, whether it was a friend or a partner, it just really was heavy and it brought you down. I'm getting some of you had a headache every time you were around this person. Like your crown chakra was being affected. And that's like you could have felt like you were in a mental prison of some sort. You were being gaslit. You could have felt like you were in a brain fog. Thief. So they could have actually tried to steal money from you, or they just tried to affect your reputation so you didn't get as much money. These people act like money is the most important thing to them, so they it's very ego driven. They like to appear more successful than they actually are, or they could have acted like the little things they were doing were successfully bringing you down. Or some of you, I just got like when you did leave, they took that as a sign of defeat, like they had defeated you. But you have only gone on to be way more successful than any of these people. And be proud of yourself for that, because it's not easy being betrayed by the people close to you, the people that you had no ill intentions for. You're the type of person who wants to see everyone succeed. You don't have like a scarcity mentality where only one person can be the best and it's a competition. No, we can all be abundant and successful in whatever we're doing. We don't need to bring other people down. And so it's not easy for some people to just walk away from a situation without trying to get clarity. Like, you might have felt like these people were like painting a picture of you that was opposite of the truth. And you could have felt like you wanted to fight for that to some extent and like try to explain yourself, or if your words were misconstrued, to like clarify that. But you might have tried to at first, but realized that these people only wanted to see the version of you that they were painting you out to be. That they were under an illusion, and it's not your job to try to fix that. You're not gonna change their mind. And that's incredibly frustrating. So you got in your chariot. God led you out of this toxic situation that was draining you of your energy and your love, your self-worth. And you've had a victory over that whole situation. I feel like they spent a lot of time. Yeah, that's your victory. You're in 10 of Pentacles now. So you might not even be the kind of person you're not the kind of person that's obsessed with money and, winning at all costs. You're not competitive. There's the Lovers again. So something about this situation made it really difficult for you to leave. It took you a lot of faith to leave this situation. And maybe it was, maybe you had to walk out of a job without finding another one first. Or maybe if this was a partner, you depended on them for a lot. And you didn't know if you could do it on your own. And if you're currently in that situation, you have the 10 of Pentacles ahead of you. You will be rewarded for making this decision. Excuse me. And for some of you, you have left and you're already in this 10 of Pentacles. This 6 of Swords, exactly. Taking all those betrayals, instead of taking those swords that they stabbed you in the back with and turning around and trying to fight back, you had to just throw them all in your boat and calmly drift off away. And you have this amazing future ahead of you: wealth, financial security, family, long-term success. King of Pentacles with the 8 of Cups. So complete independence, security, abundance. If you're not already, you're going to be in a position that you're so abundant that you're going to be able to help other people. And this is all because you had the strength to walk away from this situation. And it's so emphasized here. This is not going to be easy. I'm not sure exactly why. Maybe you have a lot of doubt in yourself, or you depend on these people. Maybe it's family that you have to walk away from. But if this is what God is leading you to do, I promise He will open the doors that need to be opened. Like the Bible says, consider the birds of the field. They don't have to worry about being fed. And you don't have to either. So I promise whatever this is that you're being led away from will only make you stronger It will allow you to grow closer to God, to strengthen your intuition, self-reliance, being able to rely on that inner voice, on your intuition. And you're going to be so blessed for taking that leap and doing it. Do you have any advice? I think you're going to get a lot of pushback, or you're going to have a lot of people trying to like manipulate you, like try to, maybe if it's a job, they try to offer you like a bonus or a pay raise. And it's gonna, that maybe that's part of why it takes so much strength to walk away. No amount of money is worth your sanity, is what I'm getting. Or your physical health, your mental health. No amount of money is worth compromising that. So even if they try to bait you in or guilt trip you, if it's a job saying like, well, I don't know what we're gonna do, like we need help, like, sorry, if you hadn't treated me like trash and you weren't grateful for what you had when you had it, then I'm gone. I feel like in the future, God is there's some kind of plan to bring someone into your life, whether it's a friend or a business partner or like a love relationship. And this is going to help you on your path. It's going to be somebody who's more in line with your values, somebody who has integrity and strength, somebody who's also courageous and committed to the greater good, serving God. It could be another like lone wolf type energy, somebody who is an independent thinker, self-reliant, and you'll just know when you meet this person that they're on the same wavelength. And I think that's going to also help like ignite whatever this is that's going to bring you so many blessings and abundance into your life and stability. It's also going to be something that you're really passionate about, that it doesn't feel like work. Or if it's a relationship, it's not going to take a lot of work. It's going to feel easy because there's genuine like mutual respect between you two. You could also be starting your own business. Possibly with someone else. If you are, I feel like this person will have a skill set that's like different from yours, and the two of you together are going to be like puzzle pieces. Like maybe you're more of a creative person and this person's more like data and business minded, so they handle like the money type of whatever, the accounting, and you offer your own skill set of like creativity or whatever it is, however that fits with your situation. Yeah, I feel like You have had to overcome a lot of obstacles. You've been tested a lot to get to this point. Like I say, this person God is bringing into your life to help you out, that's going to feel easy, but it's not, the path forward is not going to be easy. You're going to continue to be tested. But like I said, it's something that you genuinely enjoy doing. And so, and you have so much strength here. You're so strong, like nothing's going to throw you off your path. Because you're receiving confirmations. If you've been having doubts, you've been receiving all these, like, you could be dreaming about this or seeing signs that this is what you're supposed to do. And that's why you're in this Chariot energy where nothing's going to stop you. Whatever's being thrown in your path is just going to get run over. So I don't think you have to worry about that. Third eye chakra and solar plexus chakra. So we also have heart chakra here, root chakra. I was talking about the crown chakra before. So it's important to make sure you're regularly cleansing your chakras, because these people from your past might be like, well, they are jealous of your success, and they're very competitive, and they're already doing poorly wherever they're at, and you already know they're the type of people that want to bring you down and affect your forward progress. So I'm picking up on spell work energy, but it doesn't have to be like actual casting spells. If anyone is thinking heavily negatively about you and they're filled with like jealousy and hatred, that alone can affect you the same way spell work can. So just make sure every day you're cleansing your chakras. Or if you have anxiety that comes out of nowhere, make sure you're doing cleansings on your solar plexus. And make sure you're keeping your vibrations as high as possible. Have faith in your intuition. I think your God is really, he's showing you clear signs. And so you know in your heart that this is what you're supposed to be doing. And people might try to tempt you with money or guilt to try to make you question your intuition. And that's what you have to be careful of. So some of you might have to like block these people on like social media or on your phone if they keep trying to reach out to you. Just to make sure you're keeping your energy around you like pure. So I hope this helps. If this resonated, like the video, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you, and I will see you next time.